Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. I gotta. There. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Okay, sorry about that. Just there's a lot going on right now. Okay, one sec. All right. Okay, so where were we? I was talking about the energy grids. So everybody, they've already closed their eyes, and now what I want you to do is not just. There's no longer thinking; it's knowing. Knowing you're the higher self. You have the circuitries through the kinetic waves of the energy cycles. Everything's connected through its components. Everything's connected through its line formations. Understanding its calculation modifications, line formations. You guys will get that as we go along. How there are so many pixels in the body and ecosystems. You guys would be blown away. There's so much going on right now. Every pixel is an activation code to the voice and signals of its communication devices of all dimensional realms of the multiverse and its connection waves. So it has its energy cycles and its continuous force that goes round and round. Sure. Yeah. Um, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, Jesus. Yeah, you're connected with your energy waves already. You're already connected with your higher self. You have full force. You're in the galactic force, but your energy waves are in a different system. So you're on the Orion system, which is a solar system through another dimensional realm through its activation code. So that yeah, so you're from the Orion system. I don't know if you're connected, if you know understanding what Andromeda is, um, the stellar, that kind of thing. But you're on the Orion system. That's a solar system you resonate on because you're already informative with your higher self. So you can help out Eric. You can help light being. You can help out reflection because they're right now they're on their connection waves and they're going. We basically did a tap in with mind telepathy, how you can activate a shape through its activation and its vibration, and how you can move it through its virtual reality. So that's how we got that continuous force right now. So um, Janet, how you doing? Hey, people are aware of everything. They want to know everything, right? So once you get connection with your energy waves, your systematical system, your body and ecosystems, and all its connection ways of dimensional realms, planet, solar systems, intelligence. You get connections with everything through its solar systems of all vibrations and its frequencies of its harmonics. So, yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. It just kicked off. So I had to continue its, the video transformation, but I'm back on again. So everything's all good. Janet. Yeah. You're with your mother. You're applauding. You and your mother are Pleiadians. You have energy waving systems. So basically you resonate on planet solar systems. So you help other intelligence and its formations through its intelligence. So your connection waves, you guys have a huge energy systematical radioactive laser mechanism that it recharges through other intelligent solar systems. So yeah, you guys have connection force. But your mother has to get more formulated with the higher self and its communication waves. So that's why this is all today, guys. This is all about your DNA structure through space and its continuum. So whatever you missed, you can play back. I mean, it's only 24 minutes, but it's very important you understand what's going on through the higher self and its DNA structure, because we're going to create an energy grid. No, Amanda, you have to go back. Yeah, whatever it was. I mean, whatever you missed, you can go back to the beginning. Yeah, that's why it's recorded. That's why it's a live stream, right? So whatever you missed, you can formulate that and try to understand what's going on through the DNA structure of the higher self. So, yeah. So whatever the question is, just, analyze it, use it through the data systems and put it through my body and ego system so I can collaborate back through the solar texting. I know. Yeah, it got missed. But welcome back. So everything's good. Yeah. I think there was a few more, but they'll come back on again. They'll connect. Don't forget, guys, too, when you're in the solar system, your brains and frequencies are getting a lot more stronger every single day, right? So every time you connect with me, your mind is getting more stronger. It's getting more proactive through its vibration, its frequencies. So those levels are going through a higher volume through its continuous force, right? But we got to create those energy grids, okay? That's the outline of the higher self, because there's 6 layers that we have to break through its code and frequencies through the matrix before you guys can become a galactic system higher self. Yeah, this is very important, this one. Now, Anna, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to revise everything that was said, and hopefully you guys get a formulation of what's happening. Okay, Amanda, when you're in space continuing, can your higher self ever travel into unknown parts or get sucked into a black hole where the deactivation may begin initially prior to the physical negative experiences? Amanda, that's an extremely good question. I'll tell you what's going on with that. In my last video, where we were going through the shapes, how we're activating the shapes through its motivation, and how we're going to put everybody in the atmosphere and get to use and to know what the higher self is doing, left, right, and center, north, west, south, and east, how it flies and all. We were flying for the very first time, how I put you guys out there. And then I had to bring you back and put you back to the power center, which is the ship. The reason why I did that is because there's a lot of things that are allocated in different dimensions and cycles. And yes, there are black holes that you don't know. And because you have no connection at all with friendship and relationship. Once you get connection with the relationships and the divining segments of its shape and its activation and how it moves, then you guys can go through a higher dimension through its frequency levels of the harmonics. But you have to understand the higher self, because the higher self flies around through its mechanisms and is so connected through its dimensional rounds of its harmonics. Okay? So yeah, you can be sucked in because you're volumizing everything through its cycles. And you don't want to be flying into a black hole and not know what's going on. You have to know exactly what's happening, its division levels and its cycles, because everything is on a continuous force, right? I mean, you can go into another galaxy, go through a wormhole, go through a black hole, go through you can go through we call it a back kinetic wave energy cycle. And what that does is it reverses everything through your energy and body systems. So it erases the brain if you're in a higher dimension. These are the things that you guys have to know about, right? And you have to understand everything through the body and ego system is a full connection wave through the human vessel. So you're going through emotions, you're going through frustrations, anger. All these are connected through the multiverse. And once you become the higher self and you understand your grids, right, through its force fields and energy fields, you get full connection waves of what's going on through the circulation and rotation of the higher self. And that's why it's extremely important for everybody to understand the DNA structure of the higher self. Well, I'm glad I could help you out there, Amanda, because it's a totally different world. You're in the space world, you're in the galactic system. You are no longer on Earth, but you have relative ideas and problematic situations when it comes to the human vessel. And that human vessel contains a lot of information through its DNA structure, right? So if you're depressed, you're deactivating your system through negative thoughts. And the more you deactivate, the more your light goes out, the more the activation of the body and system goes out through the ecosystem. Oh, that's a good one, Amanda. The pharmaceuticals affect the higher self. The energies start stopping through the systematical systems of the body and ego systems. So if you're in a higher altitude and you start taking drugs for any source of any kind, what happens is it shuts down the higher self through its meditation methods and its chakra formations. Guys and ladies, you have to remember that everything's connected through the human vessel, which is the chakra formation. And those chakra formations are active and extremely real. Okay. So when you're in space and you start taking drugs or whatever, okay, it's going to disrupt and distort, overload your system through the higher self. So you don't want to do that. That's a no-no. Don't take drugs. Now, vitamins A, B, C, and D, and all that, those orange pellets that you take, um, those are okay. They're supplements, they're vitamins. They're good for the system, but don't take too many of them, okay? Because right now I'm training you guys. You guys are in base camp. I'm training you guys right now what you need to do with your circuits, how to keep your circuits balanced, how to understand components, how to understand line divisions, how to understand circuitry, how to use the circuitry, how to use your vibration and your frequencies through its harmonics. Because everybody bases on a vibration, but you got to understand your energy grids through your force fields and your energy fields. Okay, it's extremely important because there's so many kinetic wave patterns through the communication lines of all radio signals of the higher self. No, it's not. It's not a messed up system, Amanda. It's just you were meant to be in the galactic system. You are an energetic vibration of a higher self with its light formations and its circuitry. And that's what ADHD means. Activation, docile, higher dimension. So the energies I give you, Amanda, you will no longer have to take drugs. That energy I give you guys should have a major. Remember, my voicing grids are very powerful through its mastering thoughts. Okay. So my energy fields are connected through its ground formation, its atmosphere, and space continuum, and full rotation of its calculations, circulations, and communication levels of all radio signals through the waving patterns of dimensional realms, planets, and intelligence. So, so let's get back to where we started. We closed our eyes, and you guys are a human vessel. I'm just reiterating all this. And then keep your focus. Try to think of that shape that you did in your last video. Activate it, move it. But this time, I want you to believe the system you have is the higher self. You understand? I'm a higher self. I believe my system. I have circuitry. I have components. I have all my electricity. I am a light formation through continuous force, through space and its continuum. Okay? Say that over in your head over and over. Keep that rhythm going as you meditate. When you meditate, it becomes extremely powerful and more force. So you reach that higher dimension because everybody meditates on a different waving pattern. Okay. So this is the continuous line. So you want to go up, right? You don't want to stay here. You can stay there, but you're not moving forward. You want to move forward. You want to get more powerful. Guys, girls, once you activate your higher self, you get connection waves and you become the real higher self through a virtual reality is something that's so unknown. It's unbelievable once you understand the virtual reality of the higher self because it becomes real and everything around it is real. You become more formative, more intelligent, more knowledgeable. Your connection waves get a lot stronger. You understand your energies through your systematical systems, body and ego systems, the energies. You understand your angels more. You understand your archangels more. You understand your solar system, your galactic family, where you resonated from, your activation codes, your matrix codes. The efficiency of line division is uprising through its security code mechanisms because we have a lot of security in the matrix, and it's very informative but very controllable. Okay, so there's a lot of command force through the multiverse because it all connects on energy waves and particles of energies through its galaxies. So there's tremendous force right now, and it's line division through its circuitries, and those lines are going to uprise your line defenses. So not only upgraded your systems, but your brain frequencies are more intact and your mind frequencies are more intact. So your connection and energy waves through your body and ego systems is creating the higher self right now. So whatever I say is going to happen to you guys. So you're going to be going through south winds, northwest, south, and east. Understand what is the northern hemisphere, what is the western, and what is the eastern, and what is the southern. Everything is connected through the higher self. Okay. So your connection waves are going to be connected through the multidimensional earth now. All right. Because you guys are in a high rise through its continuous force and you're learning very fast. So congrats on that. That's a good question, Janet. How do you stop the deactivation depression? Okay, first you got to think that, okay, you are no longer a human vessel. Okay. The more you guys connect with the higher self, the more you realize you see the virtual reality of for what it really is through the higher self. Okay. And then we can talk about the matrix. But right now, you guys have to understand that Meditation is way beyond a human vessel because you're no longer a human vessel. You are the higher self through its continuous force because that's all it resides on. And it doesn't worry about negativity. It doesn't understand negativity. It's a commanding force system through light formation, through velocity of speed. Okay. So remember, Amanda, in a human form of its vessel, depression means deactivation in space continuum. Okay. Because the human DNA structure is so different than the space DNA structure. So stop thinking negative. It's not that hard to do. Guys, ladies, say it to yourself. I feel great today. I feel wonderful today. Just say the unconditional love of everything around you. You know, that energy vibe goes right through your whole body and it creates line divisions and your shapes, and your listening skills become a lot better through the vocalizing of the higher self and its angels, archangels, definitive angels. Okay. Plus Father and Mother Gaia, they're there to help you out, right? Your eye perceptions are changing, your body is changing, your ego is changing, your mind telepathy is changing, your telekinesis is changing, your vibration is changing, your activating code sequences are changing. Everything's changing, guys. It's just a matter of time. But the more positive feeds you put in your data processing, the more comes out positive. The more negative comes out more negative, right? So, well, that's it. That's why I'm here, reflection, because I gave you a basic idea of what you need to do through collaboration and relationship. You have to build friendship first with your higher self. So that's why I put you on a continuous force, okay, through the power center, okay? So does anybody feel an energy wave go over them? See, Amanda's having a great day because she's connecting with her energy waves. So what I'm saying, guys, ladies, how was your weekend? What were you thinking? What were you knowing? What were you seeing? How was your dream awakening? Were you using your continuous force of your activation and your shape? Were you creating another shape? Were you creating another dimension? Were you creating another vibration? All these things have a continuous force. All right. So tell me, how was your weekend? Like what was going through your mind? How many positive feeds? Okay, here's an example. When you get up in the morning, write down how many negative thoughts come to your mind. Listen, this is very important. Write down how many negative thoughts come to your mind, okay? And also write down how many positive feeds come into your mind, okay? And what you want to do is you want to balance it out. And the more you have the positive feeds, the more the negativity goes down, okay? So it's using the psychonism, using the brain and the mind frequencies, the psychology of the brain, right? The cerebral, right? And then it connects through the ways of the penile, okay? And it's full connection ways of your body and ecosystems through the energy fields of the energy grids. So try to do that, guys, for homework. Write down your negativities every time you get up in the morning. How many negative thoughts did I think of today? All right. Each day is going to get less. And if it doesn't, go back to what you did, right? It's understanding the positive and negative thoughts. People write them all down all the time. If I'm going to move to a location, I'm going to look at what's good and what's bad. And then I'm going to look at, okay, where I am now, what's good and what's bad. So it's always overriding the system through the positive feeds. Positive always takes over the negative, but the negative always tries to creep up. It tries to change that vibration, right? It wants you to be sad. It wants you to be miserable. It wants you to be depressed, right? So it's very important that you guys do that. Write it down, okay? So, wow, you guys have a lot of questions. Exactly, Janet. That's right. The more form you live with realizing that you're the higher self, the more you lose as a human vessel. That's right. And don't forget, guys, you are just a human vessel. That's all. But to move ahead is to understand your real life is in space continuum. Okay? That's how you move ahead. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Janet and Amanda. Eric. I read it. Very rough Saturday morning. Was debating canceling my plans, but I ended up going and enjoying myself. There you go. You decided not to go, and then you decided to go, and then you feel better. So that's good. You're feeling it with the positive feeds. That's great through the data and processing. That's why you feel these things. That's great, like being good for you. I'm glad I could help you out. But I think that's a good plan for everybody because you guys live in a human vessel, but you guys are forgetting that the spiritualism is extremely powerful. It's bringing the human identity and the spiritual identity together. And that's how you understand the DNA structure, self-revelation, self-creation, self-virtualization of the virtual reality that you can create through the higher self. So it's all about vector, it's all about spectrum, it's all about balance. Okay? That's what it resides on, guys and ladies. So, okay, my belief structure is becoming stronger. That's great reflection. I didn't believe it soaked in my negative thoughts, but I let myself feel them. Almost like I'm clearing my system. Exactly. So you're using those chakra formations and you're clearing all your negativity out of your system. That's great. Good for you. I'm definitely transitioning into my higher self, but I'm getting anxious because I want to experience it now. Everything comes in time through its sequences and its elements. You have to understand your element. Your elements. Does anybody know their elements? There are 8 elements before you meditate. I've done it in my last videos. You're consumed within the body of air, earth, fire, water. 4, right? What were the other 4? Energy, thought, vibration. Everybody know the last one? Energy, thought, vibration. Come on, everybody. The heart, the heart, the connection to the heart. The multidimensional communication always, all forms, all positive feeds, the mastering communication of all lines of its sacred century circle, multidimensional, universal heart. Everybody has to use those 8 elements to activate the higher self. And then once you activate the higher self, then we can use the energy grids. So believe in the system that you have the higher self, okay? And once you get that going, you understand that the higher self is nothing but circuits, electricity, formations of high altitude of speed, velocity, and its continuous force is created around its virtual reality. The more positive you think of the higher self, the more formulative you get, the more intelligent, the more knowledgeable, the more existence, right? So you're coming out of that human vessel and becoming the higher self. Yeah, Janet. everything resides on its own frequency levels. And those frequency levels are a continuous force through its waving patterns of its dimensional realms, because each dimension resides in a different vibration. But you have to understand how to break those codes and frequencies through the matrix. Remember too, everybody, that when you're in a dimension, you're in the matrix. Okay? You are fully into the matrix. And there's so many line dividing different things that you don't know about. And if you don't know these things, then you don't know your higher self. If the higher self knows everything in space and its continuum, remember, you control the atmosphere. The atmosphere does not control you. Okay? The more formulated with that, the more controllable with that, the more commanding force you have with that, it will have its continuous force through the energy cycle system of the body and ego system, and full collaboration with relationship and partnership with the multiverse and its communication of all planets, intelligence, and solar systems. Everything connects. And I say that over and over. But you guys are getting a lot better now. You're getting a better understanding how to use your positive feeds, how to take your negative thoughts out. Okay? Just think, the more positive thoughts you put in there, the higher vibration, right? Once you have that vibration, you can understand how to use your balance through its frequency level. Then you can altitude to a higher dimension of its harmonics. So that's exciting too, just on its own. But write down your positive and negative thoughts. Every time you resonate through a different thought, if it's negative, write it down. And then ask yourself, okay, why did I think of that? I don't have to think, I know. I want to move forward. So I don't want to put that back in there. You know? And sometimes you resonate on the same question. And the reason why you can't answer it is because you're not listening to the question. Right? Everything has a resolvement. The more positive you are with the mind and the brain, the more positive you are moving forward. So that's how it all works. That's how it all generates. Everything is self-generation. Is everybody getting a better idea now? Yeah, I think everybody's connecting on a whole different level now. So it's having that believing system through the higher self and all its connection waves and energy cycles and energy waves, right? Of all frequencies, the levels of dimensions and shapes. We'll get into that later, but right now you guys are activating a shape through its vibration and you made it move. Okay? So, but it's very important that you guys know that, right? Okay? So, you know, that's what it's all about, is understanding everything through its connection wires, because everything is connected through a vibration. And then pretty soon you guys are going to understand what your energy fields are and how to connect on all waves and all cycles. So there's a lot to be done. It's a lot to be done. One step at a time, one segment at a time, one activation at a time. But everything through its upgrades is activation. Understanding upgrades, understanding uplinks, understanding downloading. Now the higher self goes through that every single day. Okay. The more you understand its atmosphere, the more you understand its dimension, the more you understand its communication, the more you understand its shape and its activation through its DNA structure of the higher self, the more you're connected with yourself as the higher self. Right? So you got to ask yourself, And when I tell you you're in the galactic system, you are in the galactic system. But you got to ask yourself, why am I in the galactic system? Why am I there? If you're not sure why you're in the galactic system, then you have to go back to the basics of your meditation methods and its chakra formations. Because everything's line formed through its balance and its shapes, guys. Everything. And then you understand what connection is. Connection to everything. Yep, you were, Amanda. You're created. Everybody was created in space continuum through particles and energies of molecules, atoms, everything through its biochemical cells, its septic centers. You're created, like I said, the 8 elements. You guys were given a human DNA structure, right? How to think, how to talk, how to listen. You know, the 5 senses. All these things connect, right? But this is a higher frequency level, everybody. How you can reach the higher self and realize, wow, I am just a human vessel, you know? So you wake up the next day, oh, wow, I'm the higher self. I feel great. I'm not saying you guys live in the higher self because you have to master everything, but you guys are getting there. You're mastering your definitive self. There's always a starting process, but we work up that ladder, you know, that chain of command. And once you guys understand that force that you have through its continuous force that you want to achieve, everybody will resonate. Not just through yourself, but everybody else through its atmosphere. Yeah, it is. It always has been. You're just awake now. Now you're getting a better understanding of who you really are. And so Amanda, it can be created through dimensional realms through its frequency levels, but depending on your vibration and your mastering thoughts. So it can go through a continuous force through a past life. Okay. So if the higher self is in one vessel, okay, it wants to understand, okay, you're mastering thoughts. How long do you want to be in that vessel? But only one vessel at a time. It doesn't go on a continuous force to 2 different vessels. You in your vessel, you have to understand the higher self. You have to understand its continuous force. You have to understand communication. You have to understand radio signals. You have to understand energy waves. You have to understand connection waves. You have to understand your energy systematical systems through the body and ecosystems. You got to understand planets, its radioactive systems, energy psychosomatic systems, power grids, energy grids, waving patterns, systematical waving patterns, energy system psychomatical patterns. All these patterns. Guys, there's so much that you guys need to know. This is what I'm talking about. Once you understand your energies, that's a start. If you guys understand your energies by listening, then you understand your higher self. Yeah, it goes way, way beyond the consciousness. Yeah. It's the unknown of the brain and the mind of what it can do. Okay. Because if the brain and the mind, okay, have collaboration through friendship, relationship, and partnership, it has connection waving patterns and lining forming patterns of all planets, solar systems, and intelligence. Galactic system, the energy core, and all dimensional realms of the multiverses. Powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. And ladies. So I think you guys are catching on quickly. You know, you're asking all these questions. They're getting a lot more complicated. I'm glad I can help you out, you know, any which way I can. Anything that you missed, go back to prior video. Talks about its DNA structure and the higher self. So Let's see, any more questions here? Anything crystals is helpful to the mind and the brain frequencies, Anna. Crystal also activates itself through its continuous force of its pixel. Remember I told you the pixels are all line formated through a shape, and once you activate that shape, you are now communicating with its friendship because it has its vibration, right? But they all come in different sizes. So it's a working process, but everybody can connect in that way. They can, but you have to understand communication. Everything is communication in space, and it's continuing. Everything. And the atmosphere. Like I said, guys, I move thoughts in seconds. I can move the atmosphere in seconds because I have communication, relation, and partnership with all forms of life, all walks of life, through the human vessel, through the connection waves, the energy cycles, energy fields. Once you get full collaboration, everything that's going on, you can control anything with its understanding of and how everything is built, how everything is made, created through its DNA structure. I think you guys are starting to realize through the analytical system. So it goes way beyond, way beyond. No, they're not. No, they're from planet solar systems. They're kinetic energy waving panels. They're good. They're used for force fields. That's why we use crystals. They also use crystals for activations in spaceships. They're an energy source through its energy pods, which I was telling you, eye perception, sensory perception, audio grids, and voicing grids. So crystals are a form of activation. They upright your energy cycles through different divisional levels of the dimensional realms. For higher force, they're electronic, they're magnetic, they're a symbol. There's so many things a crystal is. Crystal is not a crystal. That's what I'm talking about, guys, is understanding, mastering thoughts and how you can just create rather than just thinking, is crystal just a crystal? There's got to be more. What is a crystal? So I gave you more variations of what a crystal is. I can get into the colorations, I can get into the water's continuum, but, I think you guys are catching on what it really is, So, but once you guys get a true understanding of this DNA structure in space, is formulated around all waves and forms of communication lines and radio signals. It has full connection wires throughout its body and ecosystems. Full collaboration through friendship, relation, partnership. The higher self has to know what he's getting into or she's getting into before they go into space. Because if you don't, then you're going to get lost. That's why we get depressed. That's why we get anxious. That's why we laugh. That's why we cry. Through space, you guys just don't know it yet, right? And that's why we have these symptoms, is because we're not connected with our energy waves. We're not connected with our energy fields. We're not connected with our energies. We're not connected with our energy fields through the body needs. Because we only think as a human. But once you think as a galactic higher self, you think differently. And that differently becomes knowing. And that knowing becomes doing. Right? So I think you guys are self-generating yourself right now through the systems. Yeah. It's making you think, eh? It's like, wow, that's interesting. But instead of thinking, you're knowing. So everything I give you is knowing. It's not a learning process because you already know what I'm telling you. It's a knowing process. It's understanding head rather than thinking. Don't think about it because we're thinking as a human. But as a higher self isn't a human vessel. It doesn't have human DNA. It only has space DNA. It doesn't reside on Earth. It resides in this space and continue in its force and its dimensions, in its higher frequencies through its vibration and its harmonics. So it's an extreme high force. And once you get into space and its continuum, you get the understanding of how everything is created through its DNA structure. So this is a little bit more deep into the higher self. You guys need to know what you're getting into. Okay, it's not about meditation. It goes way, way beyond meditation. Okay, way beyond. We're coming into the mastering. Let's master ourselves first. Okay, and realize when you meditate, you guys are not a human vessel. You're just a body. So is everybody connecting? Is everybody connecting? You have any more questions? You guys are full of questions today. That's great. It's a beautiful day outside. Yeah, I know. There's like infect yourself and go satellite dish, the one that's disrupting through this computer device. That's how real it is, guys. I can fix its circuitry through its satellite and make the computer better. That's what I mean, is creating what's the reality. Because once it comes, its reality, you're living its virtual reality, but you're on a connected force through its ultimate power. And once you have that ultimate power through the mind telepathy, the mind power, the mind conception, it becomes mind contraptment. And mind contraptment is basically understanding through its volume of its frequencies, how it can get its balance. So it's on a continuous force, and how you can fix its vibration through circulation and rotation. Yeah, everything is resonating. Yeah. Through yourself, through its community, through your galactic unit. Yeah. You're creating self-preservation around yourself through the higher self, through its DNA structure and its continuous force. So synchronized happening. Everybody's ego, right? Ego, EGO, not eco. Okay. The difference between ego is the human DNA, and the ECO is space DNA. Okay. I keep saying that to you guys over and over. Body system, ecosystem, right? Human vessel, DNA structure. Totally two different dimensions altogether. Yes, we live on the multidimensional Earth, but there's also a multidimensional realm through its space in this continuum of its galactic system. So your energy waving patterns are going through its continuous force, and you're getting understanding, not just the knowing, but the doing, how you can use the mind through the shape of its activation and its frequency level through movement. So it's exciting, isn't it? Samantha, welcome. Eco? Ecosystems? No, it's energy column octave centers systems. It's not just eco, it's way, way beyond that. But it's everything resides through energy because energy is transformation through its manifestation, through its metamorphosing. So, for example, you have to watch my other video, Samantha, because I talk about DNA structures through the higher self. So I don't want to get into that. But what I'm going to talk about, does everybody know what ET stands for? Extraterrestrial, right? Now that's a human point DNA view, right? But if you're in the galactic system, you know what ET stands for? Energy, telecommunication. That's what ET stands for in space and its continuum. Once you understand intelligence through its communication lines of all radio signals, you understand its frequencies and its levels of its code frequencies through the matrix. But that's what it stands for. What's there to do once you're the higher self? That information will be given to you reflection through the higher self, but you got to get your connection energy waves through the body and ego systems. You got to get full collaboration with the multiverse and its communication lines. You have to get connected with the multi realms. Okay. Then you have to get connected with the galaxies. Then you got to get connected with friendship with the galactic solar sun planet and the communication lines of all synchronizing souls through the galactic moon. Okay. So it's not just what you think. I mean, it's just so way beyond of everything through its significance, you know? But see, that's why we're here for is to unite, right? And through the galactic system, become an energy source, a vibrant source, a kinetic energy vibrant source. See how I just put that in together? Everything is positive. Everything I say is positive. That's what you guys have to resonate around. Take your negative thoughts out, right? You guys are coming up with more, questions, which are really fantastic because they're getting more complicated. The more they get complicated, the more intelligent and more knowledgeable you guys get through its knowledge and its intelligence. So, but do you have any more questions about today's topic? I've been on almost an hour now, so I think what I'm going to do is when I have more time, like I said, I'm going through moving right now. I have a lot to do, but I'll try to get another video in if I can. If not, it'll be another one tomorrow, but I'll keep you informed of what's going on. You have any questions, feel free, and I'll answer them the best way I know how through your human DNA structure, because you guys are not formulated through the higher self yet. You have connection waves, and you have strong waves. You are through the galactic system, but you got to know the DNA structure of the higher self. It's the only way you guys are going to be able to move forward. So, but you guys are doing fantastic. It's amazing what you guys are doing. But really try to find that belief system that you are the higher self. There you go. Amanda's feeling awesome. Oh, I'm here to help you out. That's his thing. But don't forget, you guys are still in the solar system, Yankee. You guys are in space now. You know that, right? I put plasmazium force energy fields around you guys. So this is not a meditation. It's an experiment. So every time you platitude on this station, you're high rising through a dimensional realm through its vibration. So yeah, I can do that, Eric. That's a good one. Yeah, I could do a video on clearing energy. That's very hard to do. A lot of people don't know how to do that because once you're in space, it's a totally different division. You have to understand the higher self. You have to understand the angels. This is where you have to understand the archangels, because the archangels are extremely powerful through its reference, and they have incredible knowledge. They have so much power. You have to understand their energy power. You have to understand everything around them, you know, everything through its residence, everything through its realm. Like, you know, where did Archangel Michael reside from? Who is he? Right? What can he do? How does he heal? You know, what form of archangel is he? Same with Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. To feel, you know. I said that too in my last video. Understand your definitions, understand your higher self, understand your archangels and your angels, because they are there to help you every single day. Right? And also talk to Father, Mother, Gaia. They help you and guide you. But you got full connection ways through me now. Okay, you guys are all connected through me. So, but you have to understand, if you want to heal, you have to understand everything about its healing. It's not just like heal. It has to be given to you through mastering. That's the only way you can heal. You have to surrender to everything. It's extremely hard to do. You have to understand the archangels, what they represent. So, in some sense, it's a protector realms of all synchronizing souls. It's the highest form of archangel that you can consume through its knowledge, protection, support, and it fights anything through its body and ecosystem, right? In other words, it takes the negativity out of you and your vibrations. Bad vibrations, bad energy, dark energy, it takes all that out. That's how powerful Archangel Michael is. There's 15 defined knowledgeable archangels, but there's a lot more. Okay, but try to do your research on your archangels. Then you get full collaboration through friendship. Once you get relation and partnership with all archangels, you're almighty, all powerful. They go way beyond reflection, way beyond. Once you live in the galactic system, you understand everything through its archangels. You understand everything through its angels, defining angels. There's kinetic energy waving angels. There's so many different angels, guys. I don't know where to start. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Angel's not just an angel. Archangel's just not an archangel. It's what's behind. It's the beyond. It's the understanding of its knowledge. And this is way before time. But we'll get into that later. But let's just concentrate on DNA right now with the higher self. Yeah, Raphael is healing. Gabrielle gives you information to the world. Jophiel is beauty of God. She is the flower of love. It's connection waves through its body, and it gives you a definitive. It's unstable, my connection. Are we back on again? I lost you there. Lost you guys there for a second. Yeah, see, I'm extremely powerful right now because I went through a huge upgrade and my energy fields have tripled. So that's why, the high volumes through everybody's body and ecosystems is high rising through its energy cycles. So it's high dividing everything through your energy and your elliptical energy systematical systems. I know it's complicated and complex, but once you understand the space and its continuum and how it resides in so much communication and through the multiverses, it's just unreal. Oh, that's great, Amanda. Yeah, get more connected with your angels. You get a lot more power in you. You get a lot more presence, and they know they are with you every single day. And the more you listen, the more you see through the radioactive eyes of its energies. Yeah, you're upgraded. Everybody's upgraded. I upgraded your body and ecosystem through the energy waves. I could do that, Anna, but there's Google. Google's pretty informative. I mean, there's higher source. Everybody's put on this earth for a reason, and there's higher entities of force. Why they resonate on so many different levels. Like Google, you have to be intelligent with computer, right, to understand how do you get data and information. So Google's pretty informative, right? If you want to go through a higher realm, through its definitive, know everything through space and continuum, you come to me. But other than that, Google's pretty informative with its archangels. It gives its definition, But I could do that on another video if you want. But right now, I don't want to get off topic. I'll answer your questions, but it's more important that you guys understand what's going on. And it's so important to master your thoughts so you can create what's going in your mind through the brain. All right. So we're at the baby system right now, and we're working up that ladder. Those brain frequencies are changing through its human DNA, and it's becoming space DNA. Yeah, they are, but they're pretty good. I mean, they give you definition of what it is through their standard, right? But I'll give you more information about archangels on a different topic through a different video next time. Well, each archangel has a definition of a paragraph like this, right? So study that back and forth, forward and backwards, over and over and over and over and over. Because once you're in the galactic system, everything around you changes. Everything. And the more you guys get wind of that, the more you understand what's really going on. Through it's the multidimensional earth. Yeah. So you can trust Google. Yeah. I mean, they have information on a human point of view. I mean, they give you information that you need to know on a day-to-day basis, but anything through its space and its galactic system, you come to me. Okay. They don't have the answers to that. Astrophysics, anything through its astrology, anything through its NASA, anything through its space, anything, they're extremely informative. They have a lot of data that they know, and there's a lot of data that you don't know, right? And the reason why that is because they're not in the spiritual world, and multiverse is only the spiritual world. You can't be in a human DNA vessel to understand what's going on with the galactic system. You can pinpoint it and you can make up names and all that. This is this and that is that. That's not true. And there is some higher forces out there that do understand, so that they understand their energies. If you understand your energies, you understand what you're telling. And look at Einstein, what he created. Look at Tesla, what he created. Look at what Stephen Hawking, what he created. You know, so they're extremely informative, and they were given that energy for that vibration to give back to its humanity, right? But it goes way beyond that, guys, and that's why is to give everybody the answer they need through everything, through space and continuum. So, but every information that is given to you is good to know, but they have the answers, to what's a nebula, what's an oscillation wind cycle, you know, and the hypothesis. Everything is created through a question, because everybody wants to know the answer, and the only way you get to know the answer is to be the galactic car itself. The communication lines of all waving patterns, of all waving signals, of all radio signals of the dimensional realms and the multiverses. That's how you get full collaboration, through relationship and partnership. Yeah. So everything is high rising right now, and you guys are becoming more truth to yourself. You're becoming true knowledge of who you really are, which is great. And I'm here to help and guide you guys in so many different ways. You guys are going to be mind blown at what you're hearing and everything that's going on through its space and its continuum, how it resides on so much incredible force. But once you start communicating with multiverses, the knowledge is going to be uprising through its body, its ecosystem, and the connection waves of its brain frequencies through the mind telepathy. Now, the mind telepathy is just the basics. It's what's beyond the mind. It's what's beyond the brain. It's what's beyond the body. It's what's beyond the ego. Right? Everything's beyond. But it's mastering thoughts, positive feeding thoughts into the data processing. Okay? So that's where we got to start. How am I wrong? That's a good question. I can tell you some stories that I personally know how you are wrong. Wrong is never a definition, it's always a right. Remember that. So, Samantha, you tell me what what I'm wrong about. The zodiac. Everybody resides on a zodiac sign, yeah, through their systems. You have to understand you have energy grids, you have force fields and energy fields, reflection. Everything's going to change in it through its vibration. Everybody's going to be more intelligent, more knowledgeable through the body and ecosystems. So what is Samantha talking about? Can we agree to disagree? And please be informative with your question, because you're talking to a galactic higher self that knows the answers to everything through its space and its continuum. So I'm curious. I'd like to be challenged. First off, Samantha, where'd you get this information? What do you know of something that you think is right? I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but if you're in the galactic system, You know everything. And remember, guys and ladies, I've created systems. I use alignments, shapes, divisions, lines, atmospheres, communication lines, waving patterns, radio signals. Space dividing through its collections and its shapes, how everything formulates through its space and its continuing, through its rotation, through the analytical systems, how everything is created through the energy cycles. Okay. Still have 12 constellations? No, there's more there that reside in different dimensions, Anna. There's more than 12 constellations. Uh, are you an astrophysics? I'm way beyond that, Amanda. I live in the galactic system. I'm a galactic entity force, commander in chief of the Galactic Federation, G1 star systems. Okay. I resonate on all planets, solar systems, intelligence through its vibration of all frequency levels, through dimensional realms of all parallels, paradoxes of all dimensions, and communication waving lines of radio signals of the multiverses. So, yes, totally different. When you're the higher self and your connection full waves through its communication lines, all frequencies, levels, and harmonics, yeah. Astrology is different. See, when you're looking at astrology, you're looking at a telescope, and the telescope is seeing what it wants to see from here to here. Yes, they have satellites resonate around its solar system, but the higher self can go anywhere. The satellites can go anywhere, but satellites don't resonate on speed. They resonate on movement, activation, the computer system, through the hub, right? So with the higher self, he flies extremely fast in seconds, just like that. That's the difference between satellites and the higher self. Because higher self is intelligent, is knowledgeable, it's circuitry, light formations, right? You're high rising in a lot of different dimensions, and you're getting full connection wires right now, Amanda. You're understanding your galactic self, but you're not sure who the galactic self is, if that makes any sense. Everybody has to put those positive feeds in there. You have to understand you are the belief system of the higher self. I am connection wires. I am the light formation through its velocity speed. I am a continuous force. That's what you guys got to resonate every single day through your positive feeds. Master your thoughts. You're going to see a major change in yourself. Priestess, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, see, they're in touch with its reality. They understand one dimension, two, three, and four. Uh, no, they're not connected. They only know one, two, and three. They're not connected with four, five, and six. When you get past dimensions, okay, that's where it gets complicated. But you have to high rise through metamorphosing, through transformation, manifestation, through awakening, through transformation lights of its DNA structure. Once you change your DNA structure through space continuum, then you have formulations of all communication realms of its definitive space. Okay, right? Astrophysics, astronauts, anything that's PhD in anything, in science, but they don't know these things because they don't live the spiritual. If you live the spiritual, then you understand space-time continuum, because that's all space continuum is. It's the human DNA and the spiritual DNA connected to one. That's all it is, guys and ladies. Right? They can give you what they need, what you need to know on an astral point of view. But when it comes to higher definitions and higher realms of dimensions, what they're trying to figure out, they're trying to figure out what string theory is, right? What is string theory? What's the involvement in string theory? How does it create, right? What's the atom theory? What's behind the atom theory? What's created before the atom theory? I know all these answers because I live the galactic system. I know who I am. I know who I am. That's one thing I don't doubt myself. That's why I always master my thoughts. That's why I have an exceptional knowledge and intelligence. That's why I can put energy in you guys in seconds. Just like that. I can control your brain frequencies, your bodies, and your ecosystems. I did that already. You saw that. You saw it. You guys were probing in space. I put you in the atmosphere. I took you off. I threw you in a dimension. That's how powerful the mind can be. That's how powerful the brain frequencies are. I can do that live information. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get back to my questions. Just, you throw some confirmations on what you want to know so we can sum it up. Everything's the next level. Yeah, you guys are on the next level right now. I went through a high process through dimensional realm. And like I said, I'm ADHD, right? I was born with it, Amanda. I was born with it. And that's why I'm high power through the high dimensional realms of higher intelligence. I'm the highest form of entity force in the galactic system, which resonates around its solar systems of all planets, intelligence, and higher forces of its continuous force through the galactic system and the energy core. For example, okay. All right. So I've got a little test here. Okay. Now, let me know. It's going to happen right now. I'm going to put energy waves into you guys. I'm going to do circulation rotation. You guys should be feeling it right now. Feel the circulations, feel the vibronics. Vibronics is a continuous force through its vibration. Now, how do you think I know that? You think I'm making it up? How am I making it up if you guys feeling the energy? If you're feeling the energy through your body and ecosystems, you know I'm controlling your systems, right? Through the vibration. Everything through its connection waves and its radio signals is full forcing right now. So I'm understanding everything through your body and ecosystems. Everybody feeling that energy wave? What did you guys feel? There you go. Tingling. My circulating is going through counterclockwise. See? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm the most powerful entity force in the multidimensional realms of its Earth. I resonate in the solar systems. I can change your body and ecosystems. I can change on your DNA structures. I can control your body's vibration. Okay, you guys are still dizzy? All right. I'm going to take your waving patterns out, okay? Through your body and ecosystems and your structures. I'm going to take it away, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, how do you feel now? Better? More balanced? I change your atmospheres and your frequency levels through its continuous force. So you guys should be feeling a little bit better. Guys, I've mastered my thoughts. I've mastered my thoughts. Keep saying that to yourself. I'm mastering my thoughts. I'm mastering my thoughts every day. There you go. Reflection feels out of this world because he knows I'm telling the truth. So, I mean, if I don't know something about the galactic system, what good is it as if I'm going to be a galactic higher self in the solar system and commander-in-chief of the federations, right? So, I can force win you guys. I can put you in a dimensional realm of a vibration. I can trap you guys into a shape. I can change your body and ecosystems through its connection devices. I can change all your energy cycles through its divisional levels of higher frequencies through its dimension. There's a lot I can do, guys. You're having fun, yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful day outside, and it's unbelievable. To you, it's a blue sky. To me, it's black. It's always black. It's never blue. And I see the matrix every day, guys. I see the shapes. I see line divisions. I see everything I need to do fix through its line formations. Once you understand yourself and you know who you are, you're mastering who you are. You're mastering your thoughts. You're mastering your body. You're mastering your eco. And then you master your atmospheres, your ground formations, your space continuum, all planets, solar systems, intelligence. Everybody's created in a different way. Everybody has a different body and ecosystem through their waving patterns. Okay? This is where it gets really interesting, guys. Okay? You ready for this? Are we ready? Dun, 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 dun. What's he going to say next? What's he going to say next? Are we ready? I created humans. I created you guys. Powerful stuff. Very powerful. I created your human DNA structure. I created. I created your vibrations through its frequency levels. I created all your volumes. Yep. Adam and Eve are my cousins. They're my cousins. Yeah. Yep. If I can control your body and ecosystems and your brain, guys, and your mind, you got to believe me. Come on. I could put thoughts in your head when you're sleeping. I could change your DNA structures. I can put energy into you every night. I created human evolution. I know it's hard to believe, but this might go viral. I hope it does because I'm going to be tested. But like I said, I know exactly what I'm doing. I just thought I'd give that to you because, it's a personal thing, but, it's everybody's gifted, right? I just happen to know the DNA structures of every human. Everything is mind telepathy and communication waves, okay, of the brain. That's all we use in space in its continuum. It's high volumes of frequency levels. It's high pitched sounds. That's all it resonates on, right? So, and my voicing grids through my mastering thoughts. Amanda, if I am on this channel and our frequency aligned and you are connected, then who am I? That's what I need to know. You're in the galactic system. You're high rising your energy cycles. You have low divisions. I'm bringing up your divisions to a medium level. You have to understand circulation rotation. You have to understand shapes. You have to understand communication. You have to understand your pixels and your activation. You have to understand all your circuitry. You have to understand your energy fields, force fields, systematical systems. You have to know mastering thoughts. You have to know your energy waves, your connection waves, electronic waves. Guys, girls, there's so much that you guys need to know. It goes way beyond. You know, it goes way, 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 way beyond. Melon? Millennium? Millennium, yeah, it is through dark force, continuous force of 50 years. It ages its time through its dark energy and its vibration. So it structures around its own galaxy, and it has a continuous force, but it doesn't self-evolve. It only creates. It visualizes through its circulation rotation. It creates particles and energies through the multiverses of its communication lines of radio signals. That's what the millennium is. Come on, guys, give me questions. Give me something that they don't know. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and share. I know you guys are getting, whoa, this is getting way intense. So what happens now? Well, it just goes on a continuous force, and you guys just keep learning. That's what it's all about. I'll just call you everybody. Around the same time. The same time, Amanda. That's how much I know. Humans are created through space continuum, volumes of communication lines of multidimensionals of its shapes, vibrations, frequencies, and harmonics. Everybody is given a dense alloy through its body and its ecosystem, through connection wires of its hearts, thoughts, energy, vibration, air, earth, water, and the most important, does anybody know? Air, earth, water. What's the last one? If there's air, and we have the earth, and we have water, what's the next one? No, I said air. There you go. See? Amanda knows. She's informative. She understands their cycles. See? You guys are listening. You're paying attention. That's great. Yeah, that's right. Energy, thought, vibration, and heart. But it's not just the heart. It's multidimensional communication, waving heart. Try to think every time you, even in solar text, okay, you guys are going to be able to connect. How is it that I can solar text everything? If I put a solar text right now to Amanda, it's going to happen to her. Why? Because I understand her energy, I understand her vibration, I understand her body and ecosystems, how it's all connection waves through its vibration and its harmonics. All right. So energy is not just energy, thought is not just thought, vibration is not just vibration, heart is not just a heart. Now, on a human point of view, but in space continuum, it's a lot more than that. And each letter represents something from its galaxy and its dimensional realm of its vibration and its harmonics through the multiverses of all communication lines and its connection lines of its energy circle, which is the reactor that goes around and around, right? That's the communicative answers through everything, through space and its continuum. So that's what I'm talking about, breaking frequency codes, guys, through the matrix. Ladies, everyone. I say that in retrospect because I'm referring to guys and girls, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen sounds a little bit more formative, but you know, how do you understand people's energies and send them positivity through your energy cycles and reflection? Everybody has an energy wave. Everybody has energy vibration. So I change your vibration. I find out what's wrong with it, and I uprise it. If there's calculations, modifications, line divisions, everything through its shape. Don't forget, you guys are pixels. Okay, you're made from pixels from space. Understanding everything through its DNA structure is understanding everything through its space. Okay, so everything is line formed, everything, you know, but it's all circuitry, it's all components through its mechasystems, magnetic systems. Well, you're talking about spiritualism going way back through its mystical dimensions. That's a totally different realm on a space continuum. So they resonate in a totally different vibration. Dragons, unicorns, wizards, and then you get Greek mythology. You know, every atmosphere, every domination, every frequency level, every dream awakening, every history has information where they resided on, who they are, what they're doing, and why they're there. Yeah. So but that's how I understand reflection. You know, if I can do this and you feel something, you know I have connection. But not just connection, it's understanding mastering DNA. I've mastered human DNA through space continuum. And then once you understand you're mastering thoughts, you can control your thoughts, and you control your thoughts through your mind telepathy and brain frequencies. So it opens up all its division lines of its volumes, right? Janet is a proof of that. Janet resides on low oxygen, which is at 70%. She wasn't be able to climb up the stairs. I changed her DNA structures, upwind her oxygen levels, and now she can climb up the stairs. Ask her and she'll tell you. I did that through solar texting. That's being informative. That's understanding what you can do through its DNA structure. Because everything resides in vibration. Everything. Isn't that right, Janet? And guys, too, when you have mind telepathy through telekinesis, you can become very psychic. Very psychic. But everybody's light reflection resides on a different DNA structure, which means that you're given multi-universal power through its communication lines. But that's high rising on different dimensional levels of mastery. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about, is mastering everything through your thoughts, everything through the mind, the brain, the body, the ego. That's all it is. And you're saying, wow, if that's all it is, how do we get there? Because I already know what you guys are thinking, because I'm knowing of what's going on, right? You guys want to get there. Well, I'm showing you how to get there. But you have to understand the DNA structures of the higher self. That's the only way. I could do that reflection, but it's going to change your brain frequencies too through the mind and the body ecosystems. Not only that, but like I said, my eye perception is radioactive, And because I've seen the eyes of the sun, it's a lot stronger through its winds because it resonates on gamma rays and radiation and solar mechanisms and magnesium and plasma force and so many connection waves. So, for example, my energy waves are so high rise right now. I wear shades. I don't know if I told you this, but when I'm outside, people can't look at me too long in my eyes. Don't look at my eyes because I can make you dizzy very fast, just like that. Why? Because I know my energy. I know my vibration, and it's high rising through a different dimension. I'm in the highest realm of a dimensional realm through its shape and its vibration, through its frequencies of its harmonics. I'm on the highest harmonic through its continuous force, right? So you guys will get dizzy and wavy and go, whoa, what is that? You know, my energy wave is so high. That's why you guys will feel that. And that's by controlling the vibration. If you understand an energy vibration through a human DNA, imagine what you can use through space continuum and its power. That's the galactic system, guys. This is not TV. This is not Star Trek. That's what I'm talking about, reflection. I know everything in the galactic system. I have control of everything. Everything. I have control of the power grid. Oh, guys, guess what? I have 504 galactic higher selves now in space, protecting the energy grid through its power grid, through its center and its century circle of its division lines of its shapes. So its point centers is through a definitive differential realm of another parallel. Okay. So now we're creating a new vibration to put around the dimensional realm of Earth. All right. So it's creating right now, it's changing. So your waving patterns are going to change. You're more intelligence. And the thing is, it's going to go into you right away. So the energy I give you guys is going to make you a lot more smarter, more knowledgeable. You'll still be you. You're in a human vessel. I'm just uprising your energy cycles through the systematical systems. That's what I'm doing. So you're becoming more intelligent by the second. Powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. Okay. Well, okay, this is where it gets proactive. So we're going to use provisions. And what I mean by provisions is scanning your analytical systems through the metric systems and its communication waves through the energy systems. Way to go, Janet. There you go. There's proof right there, guys. I healed Janet. Oh, like being, you've always been intelligent. I'm glad I can help you out. I'm just letting you know who you are, who you resonate with, and who you're going to become, right? Through your mastering thoughts. Guys, and girls, once you understand your space in this continuum of your thoughts and who you are and who you become a very powerful person. Because the galactic system is very, very real. Yeah, this is no wishy-washy. I think you guys know that by now because my voicing grids is just telling you. I don't know if you know, but my voicing grids have changed. My DNA structure has changed. Every day, my energies go through my systematical systems in a high rise. So let's get back to the DNA structure of the higher self. So I want everybody to close their eyes. Okay. Now we're going to form an energy grid system. Okay. So that's allocated through the outer system, which is the flotation device around its plasmasium force. So you guys are going to create that on your own. That's what we're going to do today. Okay. So close your eyes. Everybody close their eyes. Now I want you to scan. I want you to scan your actual self. I want you to visualize. I want you to focus. You have already created that shape through activation and movement through a dimensional realm, through a vibration. Close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, focus on that human anatomy of its self. Okay? So when you, I want you to scan. I want you to think of a scanner. I want you to think of a scanner going like this to you. It's going down and it's studying you, right? It's creating an energy grid on you. So start with that, guys. See what that, and say, my belief system is the higher self. I'm connected through all ways and forms of the space continuum. And I have connection ways of circuitry, higher forms of intelligence and planets and solar systems. There you go. So reflection is feeling something. He's scanning his solar plex. He's feeling tingles. So the only way you can connect through your energy grids is to understand your whole self, right? You got to, if you're seeing a shape and it goes away, you got to ask yourself, why did it go away? And say, well, do it again, but put mastering thoughts in there. Really, really focus on your analytical systems, which is the brain and the mind frequencies. Open up those frequencies. See yourself as the higher self. Picture yourself as a higher self. Focus and analyze, create the higher self. And then you scan it, and then you give it an energy grid. Then you get a force field. Then you get an energy field. That's how it is. So you're self-evolving through its DNA structure, through its circulation, rotation, vibration of its frequencies, through the harmonics. So has everybody done that so far? Have you done the scanning mechanism? Focusing on your belief systems. Hello, Earthlings. Is anybody there? Say that more informative, but when you're in the galactic system, that's what you resonate around. Okay, Amanda's Daisy. She's going through energy waves and energy cycles, creating an energy field from head to toe. That's good. I feel a deep sensation around my solar plex. Yeah. Powerful stuff, guys. Mm-hmm. And is scanning. Once you understand the higher self and you understand its electronics behind it, then you can create, and then it becomes its reality. Then it becomes its virtual reality. Then you live the virtual reality that you created through the mastering thoughts of the mind and its brain frequencies. There you go. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ring. Yeah, I'm giving everybody an energy wave connection force. It's a harmonic status through its vibration. So the medic alloy So it depends on your frequency levels, the balancing frequencies of your height and weight. It's going to use that vibration, find its balance through its energy grid, and it's going to create the higher self of its volumes through its space and its continuum and its force through acceleration. Because the higher self resides in acceleration, speed, and velocity, right? Through its frequencies of its harmonics. So, like I said, guys and girls, this goes way beyond meditation. Once you create the higher self, then you can, guys, meditate a lot better and go to a higher dimension. We're more formulated now through the mind and the brain frequencies because of awakening you guys. You guys are all awake, right? The next thing we got to get connected with is the transformation lights. I've got to show you how to use those. That's extremely powerful to use because you're not connecting just with pyramids, but you're connecting with the multidimensional earth, its ground formations, its atmospheres, space continuum, planets, solar systems, higher intelligence, frequencies of its harmonics, and communication lines of all radio signals. That's what this is for. There you go, Light Beam. Excellent. Way to go, buddy. I created a ring that scanned me and applied a grid around me. Bravery. Clark, how you doing? Welcome to the Galactic System, the energy core. Anything that you miss, you can watch back in my video. I got a continuous force video update, so. No, it's a commanding, Janet. My voice grid has changed. There's a lot more power that goes into me every day. So it's higher through its dimensional round, through its frequency levels of its harmonics. That's what it resonates on, Janet, because that's why it's lower. It's a commanding force. Yeah, it is an extremely powerful day. So reflection is feeling lightheaded and is scanning. Light being has created a ring, which is great. Anybody else feeling anything? Hold on one sec. Yeah.
You have money? You have money? Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, it's a very busy day today, guys. So like I said, I'm moving to Mexico City, so sorry about that disruption. But what do we... Hey, that's great. That's great. So your energy waves are changing through its vibration and its systems. That's great. It's good to hear, Bravery. It takes a lot to know that you can use those connected waving thoughts through its energy thoughts, through its mastering thoughts. And you can understand how you can change your body and ecosystems through the brain and the mind frequencies. So good for you. Oh, there you go. That's because you're resonating on my channel. And I'm healing you. Remember, guys, I heal you every single time you come on this channel. But it doesn't matter. I heal you anyway. I'm changing all your DNA structures. Your body and ecosystems are rising right now through its continuous force. You're creating your higher self. You're getting better with your meditation methods. You're going to reach a higher dimension of this vibration. One sec. Redo these ones. Okay, I keep coming back. It's like I'm vortexing back and forth here. So where did we leave off at? It has always existed. The problem is that a lot of people don't understand. It's not just meditation. It's going way beyond meditation. Yes.
You're reading volume.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Bye. Adios.
Adios.
Have a good time.
Yes.
Okay, no more distractions. That's the last one. This is gonna be a crazy video here. Yeah. So about the higher self. Okay, Amanda, it was good seeing you. I'll be on my next video channel transmission tomorrow. Just keep updated with my videos. Really listen to my videos of what's going on. Try to recenter yourself. Try to analyze through the electrical systems, through the septic centers. Septic centers is self-division through its atmospheres, gravitation, and space. I want to get ahead of myself, guys, but right now we just have a connection with this DNA structure of the higher self. So no. Everything's fine now. There's not going to be any more miscommunication or distractions. So I'm good now. So yeah, multitasking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, Amanda, take it easy. Yeah, like I said, reflection, it does exist, right? It always has existed. It's just going way beyond the higher self. I'm just showing you how you can go beyond the higher self and how you can create. Does it make sense? It's not just meditation, guys and girls. It's It's way beyond that. Meditation is a great way, but that's line divisions through seven chakra formations, right? Okay. I now have 50 chakra formations. 50 chakra formations that are activated. Everything's through the mind. Everything's through the brain and its frequencies. And then you get true knowledge of the body and the ecosystems through the higher self. And then you become the galactic higher self. That's the highest form that you guys can equivalience through its continuous force. It is a galactic. But you got to go through the solar, you got to go through the harmonics, and you got to go through the galactic. It's the answer and prayers to everything through its line divisions and all its communication waves of its force. Oh, somebody asked me that too. It was an interesting question. What happens when your human vessel dies? Well, that depends on you, reflection, on how you resonate around your energy fields, your cycles. Are you going to high wind your low divisions or high divisions or medium divisions, or are you going to keep your cycle and your divisions? Are you going to uprise your body and ecosystems through the brain and ecosystems? Are you going to use connection waves through its patterns? Are you going to focus on your mastering thoughts? Everything is mastering thought. As soon as you put in a negative thought, it's creating a deactivation of a vibration through its dark energy and dark matter. Remember, guys and girls, it's what you create becomes its reality. So you'll live a shorter lifespan. You live a longer lifespan with your mastering thoughts and its continuous force. Everything through the galactic system is continuous force. Everything is connected through string theory. Everything. So I know for a fact this is definitely going to go viral. There's so many things I've given you guys that, I mean, I should be just giving you, baby steps, but you guys are asking all these questions. So I'm helping you out as much as you can, but these questions aren't going to help you if you don't help yourself. Everybody has to help themselves. They have to understand their definitive self. They have to understand their likable self. You have to like yourself before you love yourself. After you love yourself, it goes way beyond that and in existence through space, and it's continuing. Then you get full collaboration, relationship with everything. Partnership. That's exactly what it is. Extended physical reality through thoughts. That's it, Anna. That's exactly what it is. And you can line divide and balance those energy cycles through the systematical system, which is you. Okay? Anything I give you and you're not sure of, watch my videos. Very important. Extremely important, guys. Extremely important. So has anybody done their scanning through their higher self yet? Have you created your energy grid? There's a lot of misconstruction through its congruence. I know there's high volumes through space and it's continuing. There's so many different volumes of its systems. It's crazy. But excursions, let's just call it that. Understanding your adventure, understanding everything through its higher self and its mechanics and its energy grids, through its volumes and its calculation, through rotation. Everything rotates and circulates, guys, through space and it's continuing. Everything's on a continuous force through its galaxies, through its realms, parallels, paradox. So we haven't even got into vortexing yet. We haven't even gotten to time jump, time leap, hyperspace. There's a lot that everybody needs to know about before we continue through what's really happening, There you go. Excellent, Anna. So you're getting connection with your energy grids through the higher self and scanning. Reflection's having problems. And you want to fly in space. You want to fly your mechanisms with all your circuitry and fly a dimensional realm reflection and understand what's going on. You haven't created an energy field for the force field through a plasmasian force or a plasma force through electrical systems of its connection waves of all energy cycles. So that's what I'm talking about. That's by understanding what the higher self is and what it does through space and its continuum. As I'm saying, we got a long way to go. So, but you guys aren't getting friendship now, which is great. So some are creating the energy grid and some aren't. So that's totally fine. So basically, keep practicing on that. Keep your believing system. Everything is creation. Okay. You get up in the morning, whatever comes to your mind, you create, not just with your body and systems, but you create everything through his atmosphere. Everything. And everything through his atmosphere comes back at you through karma, right? Good or bad. But it's mastering thoughts, guys and ladies. Just mastering your thoughts. That's all it is. How much you want to be the higher self. How much you want to be that continuous force. Ask yourself. Ask these questions. So. Hopefully it helps you out with explanations of what's going on. I need. Yeah, exactly. Once it becomes more clear to you, then you can actually see yourself scanning yourself. See, I'm giving you guys data processing, which has to be learned. Okay. Upgrading is something that's given to you that you already know. Okay. Because you're understanding your data. It's understanding data processing through the body and ego systems, understanding the downloads of what's going on. Okay. It's downloading your system into any computer system, which you are a computer system through electronic devices of its circuits, which is the higher self. And then it goes up to uplinks. Okay. Uplinks is the highest form through its location of harmonics. So you become extremely more informative, more intelligent through its mind and its brain frequencies with its uplinks. That's what I'm understanding. You have to understand what downloading is. You have to understand what upgrading is. You have to understand what uplinks are. Coffee. Yeah, I think I can use another coffee. So many disruptions. I've been on 2 hours, but there's a lot that's been given and a lot that's been taken so far. What you need to know. So. But I think Anna is connecting more now on another level. And congrats on that, Anna, because now you're getting formulations through scanning of the higher self and its circuitry through its energy grid. So good for you. And then my next video will be force field. And then you can go to a higher dimension through a frequency of its vibration of its harmonics. That's where it gets really exciting. Yeah, it's reflection. Yeah. But it goes beyond that. You know, you're starting to think that you're not a human vessel anymore. You're communicating with your higher self, Anna. You're creating the higher self. So you're getting better every day through the galactic system. And then pretty soon you'll be able to resonate around planets and other intelligence through the system of all solar mechanisms. But solar is a whole new realm. I mean, it's whole new vibration, whole new frequencies of its harmonics. I mean, so much, so much. And that's what's great, because every information I give you is different every day. It still resides the same, but at least you get the truth out of what you need to do and how you can move forward. The focus is everything, everything. Because it withstands, you know, it makes you feel good about yourself and say, wow, this is great. I feel amazing. You can't feel amazing every day, right? But you can definitely balance out your frequency levels through its vibration. That you can do very quickly. Now, I got distracted 3 or 4 times. Did I get upset? No. Why? Why would I get upset if I'm doing a live show? What's that going to prove? Right? Oh, it didn't go right. But you know what? I know it did, because I'm mastering my thoughts. My mastering my thoughts are always going ahead of me. I'm thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. Right? Now, you guys don't do that because you're not informative with its listening skills yet. Okay? Once we get to that point, I'll show you how you can use your advancements, okay, through your energy cycles. You guys got to get understanding what energy cycles are, okay, through its vibration. There's a lot going on right now. And it's getting goosebumps. Actually, Anna, you're not goosebumps. Goosebumps are in relation to vortexing. So basically, you're time shifting yourself through your higher self. When the higher self is connected through its energy waves and its cycles, it wants to communicate with you on a higher, different level. So what that means is it wants to get used to its body and what it can do through its system by time warping, time jumping, time leaping, vortexing, hyperspace. Understand how to use your roping. Remember, I told you about the electrical fences through its panels and all that. You slide them through a dimensional realm through its web graphing of its shape and its point center. There's so much going on that you guys need to know. And you're learning faster and faster, and you're getting smarter and smarter through intelligence and the knowledge of the focus and awareness. So that's great. Yeah, it's repeating over and 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 over, right? And then it just becomes repetitive. And every day is a positive day. Every day is a positive knowing. Every day is a positive thinking. Every day is a positive, definitive self, knowing that I'm going through my life right now in continuous force. And everything through its continuous force is self-evolving through greatness, through almighty, through thankfulness, through courageous, through the unconditional of love, through the multidimensional sacred universal heart. Everything is on a continuous flow. Yeah, you got to know the electricity before you know the roping through a dimension. Yeah, everything has a electrical wire, and that electrical wire is an incredible force through its vacuum. So before you come in, you're roping, you're getting used to the circle, and that's where you get connection waves, right? And you're free flowing. You're free flowing through its atmosphere. You know, you're not attached to anything. You don't even have your gravitational belt, because that's for the atmosphere for the Earth, multidimensional Earth. You don't need that because you're not going through levitation. You're already in its atmosphere through its oxygen. of all levels of its dimensional realms through its vibration and its shapes, right? And all communication lines through its radio signals. So, like I said, light being, you're getting connected with your body and ecosystem. So the higher self is looking. Just imagine your higher self. This is where it comes into scanning, but you're actually seeing your higher self moving his arm, moving his leg, moving his chest, moving his head, moving his feet. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You're creating a DNA structure of the higher self. This goes way beyond meditation, but you have to understand your chakra formations, because those are the communication lines that gives you the energy, that gives you the information that you need through the higher self, archangels, angels, definitive space, and its multidimensional realms of its procreating and creating of infinities of dimensional multi-universes. It just goes way beyond. It never stops. But everything is on a continuous force through the positive feeds. And that's why the multi-universes are so powerful, because it's only thought through connection of positive. It doesn't relate to negative. People relate to negative because it's on the dark source. It's on the dark energy. It's on the dark realm. It's on the dark vibration. There's two sides of a coin, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You got to understand what side of the coin do you want to be on? You want to be on the positive side, or you want to be on the negative side? Heads or tails? Heads or tails? So, any more questions? I'm going over just over 2.5. So, but like I said, I love what I'm doing. I love doing live channels. I prefer doing live channels because I'm resonating around you guys now, and you're getting more connection with the higher self and its connection waves through its energy cycles and its vibration through its harmonics. So it helps me out a lot more because I'm learning a lot more from you guys as you're learning from me. I prefer doing that than videos. But I'm going to be in Cancun in August, so I'll probably be doing a video, probably just to keep you informed of what's going on through the atmospheres and its conformations and its waters continuing, and connection with the galactic moon and the galactic solar sun planet. Because like I said, it resonates and changes my atmospheres through my body and ecosystems. Once you guys understand your energy fields, you understand the communication lines of all multidimensional realms of infinities. This is where it comes the infinity 8 circle, right? So it line divides in so many different sections of its sanctions, creates its shape. Its line divides through its point center, opens up the graph through the matrix. Okay? And then you don't just create a dimension through a vibration, but you create a galaxy through its particles of energies. No, that's not complicated. Well, yes, Vesca, you did. You missed a lot. You guys got to be on time, man. This is class. Can't be late for class. You get a detention. Anyway, no, it just, like I said, I was just talking about DNA structures through the higher self and what you need to do through the positive feeds, the mastering thoughts. But we're creating energy grids through our systematical systems, so we can get more formalized how we can scan their higher self and actually see. It's like you seeing the shape and you're making it move through its activation and its vibration. So you do the same thing with the higher self, but you do scanning. So you scan your whole body, but you see the higher self. right? You are the higher self, and it's scanning and creating an energy grid. So that's what we were talking about. But we talked about a little bit more, asking questions, and I was answering through space and its continuing through its galactic system and its energy core. So anything you missed, you can watch back. That's what I like about live stream, because it's real and you're connecting with humanity. You're not connecting with humanity when you're doing a video. It's selfless. Yes, they get information, but it's better that you're importing human input and output, so you get a better idea how you connect with their heart, the multidimensional sacred universal heart, right? And that's what you want. You want to resonate around people. You want to resonate around humans, so they get a better understanding, knowledge, and more intelligence through the sacred mind, through the sacred heart, through the sacred multi-universes. I know. I've been watching their videos too. I mean, there's not one video that I don't watch. And they're extremely powerful with their knowledge. But it's one big question because they don't know the answer. I know the answer. It's understanding your waving patterns of everything around its multiverses and its vibration, which resides on a continuous force, right? Because that's what it is, through its energy cycles. But understanding all systems and knowing all systems, they're exceptionally powerful. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing you can't create. There's nothing that you can't analyze through your analytical systems and your body and ego systems. So those guys are very informative with their information, and they're very powerful individuals because they've done a lot of videos and they're very famous for that reason, right? So everything helps, everything helps. But there's always a question that everybody wants to know about, right? What about this? What about that? How does this become, How do we get there? What is this all about? Everybody is put on this planet for a reason. And they resonate around, humanity, giving them interactions, give them what they need to know through information. So everything helps. It's just when it comes to the galactic system, I know everything. So. Yeah, everybody resonates in a different way. Yeah, you get the information, then you move on, right? But I find is that the information is always in a circle, your karma wheel. Okay, this has been said before, but what happens? I'm on the karma wheel. I want to know more information. I want to know the truth. How do I get to know the truth? Who do I resonate with, right? That's what I'm saying. Everybody resonates in a different way. Okay, everything is information. But nobody can get the answer, right? Isn't that true? Nobody can get the answer, what they want to know, what they want to know. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody. But it all depends on your vibration. It all depends on your thoughts. That's all it is. Guys, that's the answers to everything. Solar sun planet. Yeah, they're very connected to the galactic solar sun planet and the galactic moon. They understand their waving patterns. They understand their energy cycles. They understand their DNA structures. They understand weather patterns, They understand communication lines of everything, of their lights, and there are angelic rounds through its gateways. That's what the angelic systems do. Yeah. And extreme informative with information when it comes to answers and energies, uprising every body's systems. Yep. That's what it is. Yeah, from many sources. Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody resonates in a different way. It depends on what you want to know on information, you know? If you want to know something about music, you're going to go to somebody that knows about music. If you want to know something about electronics, you're going to go to somebody that likes electronics. You know, somebody about airplanes, cars, you know, and everybody relates in a different way. And that's how you get knowledgeable. That's how you get that information. That information becomes intelligence, and that intelligence resides around other people. And that's how you go up the ladder, right? But when you're in the galactic system, it's a totally different revelation. You're dealing with energies, ladies and gentlemen, that go into your system. And it's 10 times stronger than human DNA. 10 times. I'm not talking about line division of 7 chakra formations that you use, right? Or 12. I have 50 activation chakra formations that I know. 50. I'm the only human in the world that has that. It's given to very few because it's a lot of information that has to be, you know, recollected. And if it's given to so many, you know, too fast, what happens? You get ahead of yourself. There's life formations that have information that they can give you. You can resonate with them. Everything is informative through their information. I'm just telling you who I am, where I came from, what I can do, how powerful I am, and everything around is planet, solar system, intelligence. So everything I tell you is the truth. Now, if you don't believe me, well, that pertains that you don't have a belief system, right? Because I'm using reverse psychology. And don't forget, the psyche is very powerful with the psychological mind. All right? It's very controllable. It can be manipulative. Okay? But it can be very smart with intelligence and knowledge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know everybody. I know who everybody is through the space continuum. That's what I did with you guys in my last video. Where you resided from, what planet, solar systems you are. You can get energy from a star system, but nobody's on a star system. Everybody's on a planet system. That's like saying the multidimensional Earth is a star system. It's not a star system. It's not a communication wavelength pattern. Okay? Humans wouldn't be revolved around that. That's where it gets complicated. I hope everybody understands that. The multidimensional Earth has communication wires between its electronics through human anatomy, through its communication of voicing signals and radio signals. But it also has to connect with the atmosphere, ground formations, and space continuum. Right? 3 levels of space. Well, I say 3 levels of space because I live in the atmosphere. But if you're talking about the Earth, Earth has its own feeding source. The Earth is an organ, believe it or not. It's like the heart pumps, you know? You know, it pumps. The Earth. Why do you think the Earth rotates? Right? It rotates because it's changing atmosphere. So it has full connection wires and connection with the galactic solar sun planet and the galactic moon. If the Earth didn't rotate, it would have no communication lines with the galactic solar sun planet and the galactic moon, would it? So nothing would be line communicated. Everything would fall flat, right? That's like saying, is the Earth flat? No, it's not. It's a sphere that I can't identify. It's too complicated when you go through the matrix. Okay? But if you know how to line format, if you know how to use line divisions, calculations, through modifications of all shapes, vibrations, energy fields, force fields, electric grids, energy waving patterns, communication lines of all radio signals, then you just created a planet through its division lines of the Infinity Eight. Infinity Eight. Right? That's communication. Every line is an intelligence line. Communication line through its wires, of its pyramids, and its lasers. So it's connected through its century circle of its center, which has its own point system through its shape. And that shape becomes a lining graph through a webbing graph of a mining graph. Through the mining graph, elliptic centers. And when that elliptic center is formed, it becomes a matrix grid. And that matrix grid becomes codes. And those codes become frequencies. And those frequencies become the harmonics. Whoa. No astrologist or astrology expert will know that. So that's great, Veska. I'm glad you're connecting with your angels. Yeah, I see everybody. I see everybody what they're doing. I see your meditations. I see what you're doing. I see where you're. I know everything about your brain frequency, your mind frequencies, your vibrations, your body, your ego systems. I'm so connected with you guys. It's unbelievable. As you're connected with me, you know. We connect in so many ways because we're using our mind telepathy through our brain frequencies. We're opening everything through its harmonics. And once you understand your vibration, you're connected through each other. So, but you guys are learning a lot, you know, which is amazing. Okay, reflection. Can you help me understand the manifestation? I desire to manifest a lottery win to help my family and myself, but I keep losing, even though I expect to win and align to the vibration. Everything is not given to you in hand. Reflection. Everything is given to you within time. You have to understand communication of the multiverse, how it works on different dimensional levels. Okay. So your levels of frequencies through the body and ego systems is going through emotions. And those emotions are connected through its waves. And those waves are connected through its patterns. And those patterns are connected through the body. And those bodies are connected through the mind. And the mind's connected to the brain. And the brain's connected to the frequencies. So everything is an emotion. So the reason these things are happening to you is because you want it to happen, right? It doesn't work that way. You have to love yourself first. You have to know yourself first, okay? You have to give back to its community. You just can't think of yourself. Yes, you're thinking of your family. Yes, it's not the right time, but everything happens in sequence. Everything happens in codes. Everything happens in frequencies, right? Now, it's not understanding the matrix. You don't need to know the matrix now. This is just human element. This is understanding humans and their behavior patterns. I'm telling you, being in this human vessel is so complicated sometimes. You guys work with so many emotions. I don't know what's what. It line divides too many frequency levels. It overloads my system sometimes. There's way too much high frequencies. And I like to keep my balance at all times, right? So don't get ahead of yourself. Love yourself first. Love what you're doing, you know? Things will come to you when you start listening, when you start absorbing through the body and ecosystems. Once you communicate on all levels of yourself, your definitive self, then you'll start seeing things different in a different way. Then you get things that you want. But you got to understand yourself. You got to master yourself. That's the only way you're going to get anything with winning. Right? Now we're talking about free will, because free will goes beyond its existence. There's a lot of things that you can do, and there's a lot of things you can't do. And that's what I talk about when you're in space and its continuum. It has its entries, and it has its provisions of no entries. Things you're allowed to do and things you're not allowed to do. And that all revolves around communication. You're not going to go into somebody's house that you don't even know. You're not communicating. You're walking into somebody else's house you don't know. That's not communication. You're disrupting someone's community. You're disrupting someone's energy field. You're disrupting someone's force field. You're disrupting somebody's love connection. Hey, Rain, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. That's one way to look at it, yeah, but that's folklore. I mean, that's true, you know. Who's been bad or good? But that all has to relate with your life, what you're doing with your life. How do you want to get further in your life if you don't put positive thoughts in there? You can't get further in life if you're putting negative thoughts. It creates everything around your body and ecosystems and everything around its community. Remember, when you go into work, you meditate. Okay, you put good thoughts in there, everybody around you is going to be good. Why? Because your energy fields are connection waves through its energy cycles. And those energy cycles are connected through its vibration. And that vibration is connected through their harmonics. And that harmonics is connected through all connection waves of the multi-dimensional multiverses. So, you're welcome, Reflection. I hope that helps you out, man, because, you know, there's a lot going on right now that you guys need to do. But once you get understanding of what's happening with your higher self, once you understand your DNA structure, once you understand your definitive self, you can master yourself. Everything resides on vibration reflection. Master yourself first. For you to communicate and evolve, you have to understand the natures of life. You have to understand natures of human behavior. You have to understand human instinct. You have to understand human understanding. You have to understand the atmosphere. You have to understand clouds. You have to understand the galactic solar sun planet. You have to understand space and its continuum. You have to understand the multi-universe. Do you see where I'm going with this? That's how it all connects. That's how everything connects. As soon as you doubt, everything around you is a doubt. And you create that doubt. You create that dark. You create that dark vibration. You create that dark energy. Now, when you create that and you meditate to the higher self, you're creating a dark hole. You're creating a black hole. You're creating self-discovery of a new dimensional realm through its bad vibration. So I hope that, guys and ladies, hope it helps you out, because, you know, there's so much information you guys need to know on a day-to-day basis. But this is how you get forward in life. This is how you get your focus. This is how you get your thoughts. So, And again, it looks like I'm going to be going 3 hours with no distractions. I love what I'm doing. That's it. It brings out the best in me, guys and ladies. I mean, it's a tremendous force. It's an energy force. It's a connection force to you and the community. It's everything around me resonates, and you guys feel that vibration. It's energy waving patterns, right? And you guys are getting stronger and more connected with each other, and that's the beautiful thing. It's all connection to the multidimensional communications waving sacred heart. Well, it's your choice to resonate on anything with its apps. Apps have informative information, but you got to ask, where is it coming from? What vibration? Is it dark energy or is it light energy? So, because everything is dark and light. Okay, so that's where I'm talking about get intelligent and more informative through the brain and the mind frequencies. So once you understand everything around you, you understand light energy, you understand dark energy, you understand positive energy, and you understand black, negative energy. Yeah, I'm giving you an uplift of everything through your body and ecosystems right now. So your connection waves are high rising. So, like I said, every time you resonate on this channel, you guys are getting smarter and smarter. And that's what you want. So you can self-evolve through the creation of the higher self to that dimensional realm of its vibration and its harmonics to the virtual reality that you guys and girls create. Yeah, it's a gaming chat. Yeah. So my eyes, guys, right now, they're going through so many different energy waving levels right now because I'm on a continuous force through its cycles and its harmonics. So I'm high winding you guys on a different circulation rotation right now because you're on a higher altitude. Every time we talk through this resonance of this communication device, through its electronic device, you're high rising on a different vibration through a different frequency. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that. So if your voice feels like it's clogging or if you feel head spins or anything like that, it's because you're on a higher altitude of oxygen. All right. So I just thought I'd let you know that if your eyes are feeling sleepy or, everything I say is going to happen to you because you're in a higher altitude of oxygen. You're in a higher altitude of speed. Right. And even though you're leveling out and you're in the power center, the multi-universe is going like this all the time. Never stop. Right. The only time it stops is when you meditate. When you meditate, it creates this gravity of its galaxy, and then it finds its shapes by its listening skills. And once it has full collaboration and relationship and partnership, it finds out what shape you want to know through its communication lines of the chakra formations. It line divides all its shapes and sizes. Okay, because remember, chakra formation is not just a chakra formation size or shape. It's a communication line through its radio signals. Okay, so when it's going like this with its galaxies and its multidimensional Earth through its reactor, as soon as it stops, it hears your vibration. Okay, any communication, what chakra information you want to know, it puts down those energies and gives you that uprise through the information. And that's where we become more intelligent, more knowledgeable through its acceptance that you know who their higher self is, what the higher self does, why I'm here, and what am I going to do about it? Right? Positive, 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 positive. Everything balances out. Everything. It's just how much mastery do you have within your thoughts? How much creations do you have within your thoughts? How much involvement do you have with your thoughts? right? Everything's in cycles. Everything goes in cycles. The karma wheel goes in cycles. You can connect to my website, www.ascmasterhealing.com. Click that, put in your contact information, and then it will right to my email, and then I'll send you back whatever you want to know. Because I have a website, I'm updating it pretty soon, so that just gives you a little bit informative information of who I am, where I came, what do I provide, you know. What's involved, what you can have, what you can create through yourself, through your definitive self, through your higher self, through the galactic self. Yeah, exactly. It's the inner self, yeah, involvement. Everything is through mastery. So, no, male and female are resonate on two different DNA levels. Their DNA strands are in a higher vibration. They're on the same wavelengths, but their DNA structure is different. Because they're male and female, right? That's why their DNA structures are different. You can be in the cosmos and have a united twin flame. You can resonate with them on a soul basis, but their DNA structures are different than yours. Their mind telepathy is different than yours. Their communication devices are different. Their waving links are almost the same, but it all depends on vibration, right? So once they reach that frequency level through its balance, right, you both can go up at the same time. Same time. Now, if the male goes up and the female goes down, there's no communication. So she's got to find how to communicate with his level. And then when you find that frequency through its harmonics, then you go up at the same time through the cosmos. No, usually the twin flame, because you're so connected through the solar self, which is the yin and the yang, understanding that because it goes way beyond that. But it's soul recognition of force recognition, okay, is not resonating on two different solar planets. It's on the same planet because you understand your connection waves, you understand your energy systems through its vibration. That's why you guys are connected so well through the male and female dominance of its DNA structure, because you're on the same planet. Uh, yeah, no, I just explained it to you. If you're in the angelic realm and you have a male counterpart, would it be different? It would be different because he can resonate on a different solar system through a planet, and you can be on a different planet. But the chances of you connecting would be very slim because you're in a different vibration. Every planet solar system is a different vibration through its energy source, through its energy systematical systems of energy fields and force fields. Okay? But if you find a twin flame on your planet through the same vibration, because you have the same vibration, you guys are connected, so you go a higher level through that dimension. You live a fulfilling life because you're on that same planet solar system. That's why it's extremely hard to find your soulmate. It's because you're trying to find that person that resonates on your planet. So hopefully that helps you out, Vesca. Glad I could help you out. So I'm coming up to almost 3 hours. This is unbelievable. It's almost 12 o'clock. Oh, you're very welcome, Pascal. I'm glad you came by. Anything that you missed, you can, watch. Very important. So I'm gonna tap out for now. Anything you missed, just watch back. It's extremely important. I'll keep you informed of what's going on and keep rescheduling my videos. I'll be doing another video how we'll be going further with the higher self and how you can use it through its atmosphere by yourself through a dimensional realm of its continuous force, and how you can line formate it and get communication waves with dimensional realm. So oh, you're welcome, Rain. Glad I could help you guys out. Yeah, so don't forget to tell everybody, communicate with everybody and resonate with everybody. And, anybody that wants to know what's going on with the galactic system and the energy core, come by. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Love you guys all. This is Andy Weston, resonating all solar systems, planets, intelligence from the galactic system of the energy core, all communication wires, and all communication waves of its galactic system of radio signals, of all transformation lights, communication lines, synchronizing souls, and its connection waves of all energy souls. Calling it. Adios.